Birdies Not BS. I got my homeboy. I got my co-homie in here, Christian Heavens. What's up, boy?
Man, it's good to be here. What's happening?
Man, I can't call it. Look, man, we got to get to it right now. You know what I'm saying? We keep this show in a time block, and we got to keep it right there. I'm kidding. But look, Christian, for the people out there that don't know you, man, we gotta jump into this because you played professional golf. You went to Georgetown. You started a golf training aid company. I mean, what the heck? You teach golf. Who are you, man? Where you at?
Man, I'm all over, but I'm in the golf world. You know, I grew up loving the game of golf in the St. Louis area, and I just been teaching, playing golf, and just trying to find my way out here in the golf world and how I could really make an impact. So, you know, just doing different things here and there, but it's all about growing the game of golf and making an impact in the golf world. I'm also a big fan of you all, Birdies Not BS. So just to be on the show, I'm probably like the first person to listen to every episode every week. Then I call you critiquing it. So to be on the show, this is special, man. I'm honored to be here, and I'm gonna start critiquing it a little bit different because now that I got these bright lights on, I'm nervous. This is impressive that you do this every week, man.
Hey, man, it's just me and you in here. But look, I want to talk about this because you teach at Topgolf, right? So Topgolf is one of those kind of new areas. In my opinion, it's kind of old now, but like it's a new area to go get lessons. So how are you managing to get people like, you know, trained up in golf at Topgolf? Because it's not your most traditional place to get a golf lesson.
Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest, we're not really trying to make tour players out of there yet, right? Like, we're just trying to get them started. Most of the people that I have are just getting introduced to the game, never played golf before. So it's just a great place and environment to give like the kids the fundamentals of the game of golf, beginners the fundamentals, where they can just come and be comfortable. They don't have to worry about wearing certain clothes, other people looking at them, slowing down, people that know how to play. Like, they just come out and just be relaxed. So my job is just to give people the fundamentals. We have putting greens set up in there so they can work on some short game stuff too. But man, it's just Topgolf's a great place to just grow the game, and like I said, that's all I'm about.
All right, well, hey, Birdie's Not BS in here, Christian Heavens today. Christian, special Mother's Day edition. I want to get into this. Tell me a little bit about how you got into the game and how Moms was a part of you, you know, getting. You've played in European Tour events. You played a lot of high-level golf. Like, how was Mom's impactful for you?
Man, you know, so my grandfather introduced me to the game, as most people would know. And he was so excited to finally get somebody into the game of golf. Like, my uncle played football. My other uncle played basketball. My mom, she's not an outdoor person. She don't like the heat, the bugs, anything. So she used to take me to golf tournaments all the time, and she just was not about walking 4.5, 5 hours out there on the golf course. So she would just drop me off and sit in the clubhouse and make friends. And, you know, for our first tournament, she did that. I won, and she just latched on to that. She was like, hey, I'm not going.
Baby.
Right. Right. You know how they do it. They be out there. And so, you know, she took that, and she just ran with it. Like, people were like, hey, you ain't gonna go out there with your son? Like, no, we got a thing. He win and play good when I just sit in the clubhouse. So I'm gonna just sit in the clubhouse every tournament, and he'll be all right. And I actually like that, though. You know, when my grandfather was out there, I used to be nervous, worried about him paying attention to me swinging wrong or hitting it in the water. My mom, she don't know nothing about none of that stuff. So appreciate her ignorance to it, and but it came with support.
See, my mom was completely different, man. My mom was first. I talk about my mom. My mom was a Black Panther in the '70s. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
My mom was out there in the struggle in the streets.
Right. Yes.
You know, so when I first started playing golf, my mom was like, "All these white people. Look at what's going on? All these. Where are we at?" Like, she never could comprehend, like, how are we playing this game and then there's no us out here. So she got that lesson real quick. But my mom was adamant, you know, on the flip side of what your mom was up to. My mom was, man, she, you know, I remember I was playing a tournament in Louisville when I was a kid, man. I forget what course it was, but I had hit it in the water. Yeah. And every time I hit a bad shot, my mom would throw her hands up. Like, she'd be 40, 50 yards down the fairway, like, and I know you're talking like, she'd throw her hands up like, this motherfucker, that's it. Yeah, it like, and then, but she would like stomp off, right? Like, say I was chipping and I like, or pitching or something, and I missed the green, man. My mom, it was funny though. Years later, so I got the sports psychologist, right? This is the funny part. So I'm talking to a sports psychologist when I'm like 16 or 17 years old. And long story short, the synopsis was every time I was hitting shots, I was looking at my mom's reaction to tell me if I did good or not. Yep. And he was like, you got to get your mom off the golf course. So my mom was there. She didn't miss a shot. But she was throwing her hands up and getting it cracking.
That's so funny. That's how it was with my grandfather. When I saw him start smoking a cigarette, he was mad. I knew I was in trouble. He started chain smoking out there. Right. So I'm getting on his nerves. But yeah, that's funny there. So in college, they actually came to, my mom and my grandmother came out to a couple of tournaments when I was in college. So I was at Georgetown College, private school in Kentucky. I was part of the First Tee program. I was a First Tee scholar there. And it wasn't too far from home. It's like 4 hours away. NAIA school, but one of the good things about being at an NAIA school was I was always competing. I wasn't like fighting. I was competing to win tournaments. I wasn't fighting to just get a spot on the team. I got in the thick of competition very early. And, fortunately, my mom and my grandmother would make a couple of trips out to some of my tournaments. I used to love that. And they just give a peaceful spirit whenever they come out and around, right? So I just appreciate that. I remember those times for sure when I was in college.
Yeah, so as we talk about moms and on this special Mother's Day edition of Birdies Not BS, when you think about those moms out there on the tour, man, I always think of Michelle Wee West, right? We're seeing her play in like 3-4 events. She's got a little one out there. She's the first one that kind of comes to my mind because I feel like Michelle holding it down for the mom scene right now.
Oh, man, she cool. She got it popping, too. I mean, and she's one of the few that I remember that's done it at such a young age, and still trying to pursue the game of golf. Like, Annika and Lorena, they reached the top of the game. And
they threw the deuces.
Yeah, they threw the deuces. I don't even know what Lorena doing. Annika just popping back up on the scene, but it's so tough for women in the LPGA to have the two goals of being successful at their career and being a mother. That's, man, more power to them.
It's got to be tough too, Christian. Like, what I'm saying? I hate to be that dude, but it's got to be hard to really just, decide between, wanting to be a mom and then also like wanting to still play at the pinnacle of your golfing career. I can't even imagine what that's like. You know what I mean? Like, I want to play golf. I want to make this bread, but like, I also want a family and want these other things that come with it.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, women, they go through so much and have to do so much. I can't even act to imagine what it's like out there, for sure.
No, I know, but it's funny when we talk about these moms. I keep thinking about my mom and different stories, man. Like, my mom enjoyed, how do I say this? She enjoyed being out there with other parents. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I look back on now that I got a kid and I'm like thinking about how this kind of worked, I'm thinking back to my mom. We'll get to some more from you and your mom as well. But, she enjoyed the camaraderie because at junior events, it's the kids and the parents, right? Like, especially like you go, it's not just you and your family going out to dinner. So there were different families. Shout out to A.D. Benjamin and his family out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. When we were kids, played a lot of junior events together. And my mom just vibed with his parents, you know what I mean? And that was one of the dope things that I don't think really gets talked about a lot, Christian. You can talk about it a little bit if you want, but, these junior golf events, how there's a camaraderie not only amongst the players but amongst the families as well.
Absolutely. Like, my grandmother, she's so good at this. She would sit down and she can just have a conversation with anybody, get all the, like, these people would spill their whole life story out to my grandmother, and she would know everything about them. And I'll just get in from the clubhouse, and my mom just sitting around talking to all the ladies, and they're coming in like, hey, Christian, we talked to your grandmother, and she is so nice and so sweet. I was like, I don't know what lady you just talked to, but she is not that. But she was like my good luck charm. I hold out several times in tournaments, but the two that I really remember, my grandmother was there in attendance. My first eagle that I ever had, I was like 7 years old. It's being the number 7. Young. Yeah, I hold out on the par 3 at Grand Marais Golf Course. I had like an 8 or 7 iron.
You said you hold out on a par. That's a hole in one, right?
Par 5.
I'm like, hold on.
I hold out for 3 on the par 5.
Okay, that makes way more sense.
There we go. That's my first real mess up so far on the show, so I'm doing good right now. We're a little bit in, but all right. And then she was in attendance for my only hole in one that I ever had in a high school tournament. And man, she was so embarrassing. She, oh baby, come here, give me a kiss and hug. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Nana, stop right now. Just stop. Thank you. Get out. Stop right now.
Nana, no.
No. Come on now. Let's keep it cool out here. But man, I don't remember. Did your mom even play golf? Like, did she? I never seen my parents touch a club. Honestly.
Nah, that's the crazy part, man. Like when she was living, man, she never. She went to the driving range one time, and I'll never forget it. My mom was set up for the club. She set up to hit a shot on the range, and when she just swung all the way around. Like her right foot came off the ground. She turned. You would have thought she was doing a Soul Train line, man. My mom turned all the way around. But no, I it's unique to hear you say that. My uncle played, earlier in life. He worked at IBM, but my dad's side of the family, my mom's side of the family, I had an aunt way back when that played like 30s, 40s played, which is very, very interesting. But nobody in my immediate family played. Like my dad, mom, sister, homies, nobody played. So when we was out there, it was uniquely black though. You know what I'm saying? Because your mama see you hit it and she'd be like, let's go.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? She see you mess up and it was like, man, what the hell you doing?
Right.
Why you?
That's how we are.
My mom used to do, this what got me. My mama always asked why.
I used to hate
after
that.
we in the car ride on the way home, right?
Right.
So, why'd you hit it in the trees on 17? How you supposed to answer that question?
Right.
Yeah. Why did you? You know what I'm saying? I hear you saying you got some of them wild questions. I didn't mean to, mama.
Right, I got that from exactly. I got that from like I said, your mom and my grandfather are just he asked me, why would you hit it way right in the water when you got all that room to the left? Because I was trying to. You think I was trying to do that? I don't know.
I aimed at the water, hoping to just go in it. You know what I mean?
Just so you can smoke another cigarette, Daddy. But hey, so man, did you your mom didn't play golf, but do you see any parts of her that's helped you play golf? Like with Tiger. I don't think Matilda played much golf, but we know that the mental side of the game was strongly influenced by his mom, right? I think my mom, I got more of her structural side from her. She's really structured. She plans things, and I think that's filtered into my golf game. Unintentionally by her, she doesn't even know it, but the way she kind of goes about her business, I think I kind of approach my golf game that way. And she's never touched the golf club. I think she's helped me that way.
That's a good question, man. I ain't never really thought about that. What did I get in golf from my mom?
Some personality things.
My mom's super social. For the people that got to know my mom when she was here on this earth, she was way social. She talked to everybody. You think people think I talk to everybody? Nah, man. My mom talked to everybody. My mom talked to, don't even matter if you was planting trees on the golf course or fixing a sprinkler head. My mom won't chop it up with you. If you don't speak the same language, she gonna try to make some hand gestures and some nods. You know what I mean? But it's funny. I say all that to say too. My mom was extremely skeptical of white people. I guess so. Everything.
She was
again, golf is the last place you can go and be skeptical of white people, especially in the late '90s, early 2000s. So my mom was always this
on a swivel, looking around. Yeah,
she's always looking around. It's just us out here, baby.
Right.
She and I think that's something that goes to show when you a person of color, you do feel comfort when you find other people of color around you, right? If you, I don't care if you way over there. If I can see you and I'm gonna hit you with the nod, you hit it back, and then it's okay,
bro. That's I'm law.
Safe.
That's a law.
I'm a safer. Absolutely.
Yeah, you see another black person, you got to give. Hey, what's up, dog? All right, now that's the main thing. I don't know what all right now means, but we say that.
All right, now look,
now.
Go ahead on. All right now. All right. No, but it was those moments though when, and you had this experience too, and I don't think a lot of people understand that when we were kids, there were minority events. That's what they were called then, right? They were minority tournaments. Bill Dickey, Toledo Minority, high school championship through the state of Ohio. There were a bunch of different events. So you would play your little state, section and state golf association events, and then there were these. I felt like they were majors. You know what I'm saying? Because when you got to those courses, man, especially like Toledo, I think you played Toledo as well. Like, when you got to Toledo and Ottawa Park back then, like that felt like home, man. So you only got to exhale on the course like once or twice a season, like where it's like,
that's
and
true.
Those were the events where my mom really like, showed out and showed up, and then like was able to be herself, and those are memories that I'll always keep. Just how much at home she felt when it was the black event, like a minority event.
Right.
It's just
completely relate to that. I mean, like the Bill Dickey, just be with your people, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Bill Dickey was the best tournament. Is there a better junior golf tournament than Bill Dickey?
Oh, man.
Think about it.
I had a blast. So many memories. I mean, most of our friends, we still keep in touch today. All started from Bill Dickey. First, he had a little role with it, but we really built those bonds pretty strongly through Bill Dickey.
There were so many moms that have invested in all of us. Because Dad was like, hell, go on, do your thing. Where you going? All right, yeah, here's $10. That was my dad. You know what I'm saying? My mom was the driver of the car. She sat in the car. She had her book with her at the course. And she had her attitude with her when I hit those bad shots. Yep. But no, it's just, it's one of those things where mom's input into the game, I think, goes a little unsung. So on this special Mother's Day edition, we do want to make sure that we shout out them mothers. But Christian, we got to get into something else, man.
All right,
we got to get into a brand new segment right here. Birdies Not BS. All right, Christian. New segment here, Birdies Not BS. The question is it birdies or is it BS? I'm gonna throw some ideas at you. I'm just throw some stuff.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me, is it birdies or is it BS? You don't have to tell me why. If you feel like it, let me know. Either way. You ready? Here it comes. Here we go. First one. New Mortal Kombat movie.
All right. I had high expectations for this one. And I just watched it last night, actually. It's BS, man.
You're going to ruin some people's days with this.
It's BS. It's BS. The storyline is just not the same. You just can't compete with the original to me. The original was just me being a kid, maybe, and the nostalgia of it. I don't know. But the original one was so good, and the second one it's going to let a lot of people down.
All right. Now, we've seen it, multiple NBA players rocking it, ladies across the LPGA. The LPGA hoodie, you've seen it. Birdies or BS?
Man, can I throw another one on there? It's Eagle. That is 2 birdies. That is the birdies if I ever seen one. I love it. And some of the money's going to the Renee Powell grant, so she's really helping out a big cause. It's dope. I gotta give me one for sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you. That's definitely birdies, man. I had a chance to talk to some friends in the industry, man, and just it came. I feel like it came out of nowhere. Wasn't no announcement. Wasn't no press release. It was like, boom, here it is. This is what's gonna do with it. And definitely birdies, Christian. And interesting topic. PGA Tour is offering $40 million for a popularity contest. I'm paraphrasing, of course.
Ooh,
the Player Improvement Program, or whatever it's called, the PIP. Player Impact Program. So, birdies or BS?
I'm going to say BS, dog. For me, I feel like it's a bunch of BS. Now, for the PGA Tour, it's birdies. It's good for the tour. But the tactics that these guys are using look very familiar to some friends of mine and, my culture, but it's not getting the credit for it. It's BS,
hell no. Call them out. No, PGA Tour done copy-pasted Roger Steele's style. I don't give a damn. I'll say it right here on Birdies Not BS. PGA Tour, you done stole Roger Steele's stuff. You owe him some money. Man. Some of that $40 million, maybe a couple grand should go to Roger Steele. That's all I'm saying right here. I'll put it out there.
Give it to him, man. Shoot. Kevin
I think it's BS, Christian.
It's BS.
I think it's BS. Why do we want to give rich people more money to grow the game? Or wait, grow their the social impact of, I don't even know what the hell it is. All I know is I don't like it. Give some money to some people out here in the trenches. Oh, and wait, I got $40 million out of nowhere, Christian. Let me just give it to some rich people. Just came out, wasn't no announcement. It's just, it kind of got leaked. Oh, we doing that. We gonna give them $40 million. It's all right. Man. Anyway, Hey, we appreciate you rocking with my co-homie Christian Heavens and myself right here on Birdies Not BS. I know you see the hat. I know you think it's kind of fly. Anything you want to know about this thing, where you can get it, how you can get it, birdiesnotbs.com. Or you can go over there to them social channels on Birdies Not BS on Instagram and Twitter, man. Christian, mom's holding it down this week. We wish every mother out there a special happy Mother's Day. Happy Grandmama's Day. And if you're an expecting mother, happy Mother's Day. I think we forget them sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Christian, tell them where to send their questions if they're trying to hit us up, man.
Yeah, man, send us your questions, y'all. Here we go. Slide in the DMs at Birdies Not BS on Instagram.
On Instagram, Twitter, the .com. Hey,
all of it.
Holla at y'all, man. We'll be back for another episode of Birdies Not BS next week. Holla at you, man.